What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, we here something different. What do Americans think of socialized medicine? I think this is I seen a couple of videos just seeing what people thoughts were abroad, and now we're finna see some Americans thoughts, which I feel like they probably think the same thing. I think like it's ridiculous. It's pretty much not fair. It's greed and all those things like that, but we finna check this out. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Send me more recommendations. And also, y'all already let me know what you think in the comments. Like, this is gonna be interesting. This is my first time seeing this, so we finna see what people think.
What do you think about socialized healthcare?
I do not like the idea of that.
I don't want the government picking what I can and cannot do.
Well, my
Facts.
husband's from Europe, so I think it's pretty good, actually. I think a lot of people are covered by it. Everybody's covered. They don't have to worry about paying for it.
It's definitely more accessible for everybody. It allows all of us to remain healthy, to live long lives as much as we can.
I think it's kind of a necessity that the government provides healthcare for its citizens.
If everybody has something for free, who's going to pay for it?
Okay, what if people pay for it by taxes? What do you think of that?
Well, that's going to increase. You like to pay taxes?
I feel like nobody just likes to pay taxes, but it's really a part of life because every day we go shopping and all that stuff. We know taxes are included in everything, but just to think that us paying taxes, we can actually still benefit because we just never know. You just
Well, that's
never
going to
know later
increase. You
on
like
what's
to pay
going to
taxes?
happen.
So first of all, let me ask you, do you know what the NHS is?
No.
They regulate and provide national health services for the UK.
What do you think the average copay is under the NHS?
I can't imagine it goes any lower than 30.
The amount for me is like $120 to
A month?
see my family physician.
And so based on that, what would you guess would be the price there? Similar?
Probably, I would say probably higher.
It's actually, there isn't a copay, so it's
Wow.
$0. Do you know if you get healthcare if you're not a citizen, do you think, under the NHS?
Isn't there certain protections, but not all of them?
You actually do get healthcare if you're not a citizen. What about
Wow.
if you're homeless?
Yes.
Correct. What about specialized costs?
So see, that's still good. Even homeless people can still benefit from it. People that's not even from there still benefits from it. Because, I mean, it really just depends. But,
If you're homeless.
I mean, I don't know.
Yes.
I think it's...
What about specialized costs, like
paying all
or
these
specialized
taxes.
care, like an inhaler or an EpiPen?
In the UK for inhaler or prescriptions, and I'm just guessing at the most $20.
I'm guessing UK doesn't pay anything, which really sucks because we pay
a
a lot.
I would say it's probably higher.
Considering what it costs here, I'm going to ballpark that at also another 25-ish.
Okay, it's actually £9
Just 9.
for any medication,
Wow.
which is about $12.
Okay, so they are cheaper.
So they are cheaper.
Way cheaper.
What do you think of that?
I am still for individual medical care.
That is crazy. And mostly like I'm familiar with an EpiPen simply because like I had one of my friends from high school, his little brother had to carry one pretty much because he was almost allergic to everything, it seemed like. But it's like especially me being able to work in education and stuff, like there's kids that need inhaler, need all these things and stuff, and just imagine if some of them can't get Medicaid, Medicare, different things like that. Their parents can't get it or afford it. How much it's gonna cost them just to help their child? It's crazy. Crazy.
So have you ever
That is
avoided
crazy.
seeking health care or treatment or medication or any sort of health service because of the cost and you're worried about having to pay some sort of fee?
Yes, I have experienced that a lot with patients that come in with pneumonia but have been at home for a matter of 5 days.
Wow.
And came in when it got worse and had to be admitted to the hospital. And we're like, why didn't you come in sooner? Well, I couldn't afford this bill, so I was trying to take care of myself at home first.
Even just at school.
And don't get me wrong, I believe there are home remedies and stuff. Because before I was go step foot, and this ain't even have nothing to do with like just paying for it and stuff. Like maybe most people, their situation is just a bill. For me, I'll be like, let me see what I can do for myself first before I just go to the hospital. Because that, it don't even be my first resort. But then again, like just thinking about the cost, like like after watching these videos, it make you not even want to make it your first resort to, like, unless it's just super serious. Like, and I said this on another video, when I tore my Achilles, like the first time I knew I had to go to the doctor because I didn't know what happened to me. The second time I went home and I was just like, you know what, I did go to I went home, then went to the ER first. I drove myself home when I tore my other Achilles. So it's like, I already know what this is. And I even said in another video, I had to pay $100 or $200 something just for the doctor to see my leg and be like, all right, you can put on your regular shoe now. You could have told me that over the phone because I had my shoes ready to go at home. You should have told me that.
This bill, so I was trying to take care of myself at home
crazy.
first.
Even just at school, I know people who, let's say, don't have the student health insurance plan, won't go get, let's say, like contraception or things like that because they don't really want to pay for it out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I found out later that I had sprained my ACL. I couldn't move, but I also didn't want to call an ambulance, so I couldn't afford it.
So what'd you do?
I got on my friend's back.
But my sister, she has like a lot of allergies, so like instead of like using the ambulance for her like anaphylactic allergies, we had to drive her, which is very scary because you know you don't know about like traffic or anything. You don't have the same privileges as an ambulance on the road.
That's crazy.
Have you ever not sought treatment because you're afraid of a cost?
No, ma'am.
Do you know anyone who has?
No, ma'am.
What about people who are afraid of the cost of, say, an ambulance?
Okay, that happens all the time because we have so many Americans that don't want to go in debt and they're trying to save money and they think they can go buy a...
I don't even feel like it's just like being in debt and saving money. It's just the fact that why pay all this money for first, if you already have a car, you're probably going to get there faster anyway because the ambulance, they're still going to take them time to get to you. Then they still have to take time to get you to the hospital, you know. I feel like if it's super serious, you got to call an ambulance.
Want to go in debt, and they're trying to save money, and they think they can go buy a car instead of an ambulance.
So what would you think if that service was free?
If that service was free, anything that's free, sometimes it's not worth having.
False. You can get a free burger. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. But I feel like she got some truth behind that. But you do get what you pay for. But certain things, it's like if people are paying taxes and all that stuff and the service is free, it's technically still not free because you're paying taxes. Everybody's paying taxes. That's a big issue.
77% of people in Britain support the NHS and are happy with it. Would you say that you are happy with the United States healthcare system?
No, definitely not.
No, and I'm actually pretty lucky because I work for the university, so my insurance is pretty good. And even then, I'm not happy with it.
That's a loaded question. I have insurance, and it's good insurance through my husband's company, but we pay through the nose for it.
But see, through a company, it all depends on the type of job you work. That shouldn't be. It shouldn't depend on what type of job you're working that's going to determine if you're going to have good health insurance. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. It shouldn't determine what type of
I have
job you want.
insurance, and it's good insurance through my husband's company, but we pay through the nose for it. If it were free, I would love that. And if we only paid $350 a month, that would be a huge deal.
I don't believe that our government should be responsible for providing all of us health care.
Why?
I think the individuals need to be responsible. They need to have a job. They need to look for jobs that provide benefits.
Not everybody can get a job that provides good benefits. There's like, you gotta think, every job has a limitation. Every job has qualifications. Like, even if a person really need it, they still won't be able to work at certain jobs, certain places, you know.
They need to look for jobs that provide.
She low key making it seem like it's just easy to find a job. It's not that easy. Like, I got 2 degrees, and it was hard for me to find a job, and yeah, just with 2 degrees in my field, and I still never found one. That's why I was in the education field, because I couldn't find a job.
Need to have a job.
In my
They need
field.
to look for jobs that provide benefits.
There's so many people, especially people from sort of like lower socioeconomic backgrounds, who can't get the health care that they need because they just can't afford it.
The premiums are still pretty high. They're not unreasonable, but they're still pretty high. The medicine I have to pay for is not covered that much, and it's not even anything crazy. It's literally allergy medicine. And I still have to pay a fair amount every month for just allergies.
People are more than numbers, and they're more than, the change that you make from, stiffing people out of their health care.
Healthcare is important. Healthcare is very important. And like I said, like, as long as people are paying their taxes and do what they need to do, it could be free, you know? Like, that's where the money should be coming from. I feel like making people, get insurance through a job and still having to pay like as high co-pays, deductibles and stuff like that. Definitely greed. It's greed. Like, what more do you want? But guys, that's all I have for this video. Definitely had to check this one out, like I said, because I got the chance to hear what everybody else's opinion were from abroad. And now we got some Americans, what they think. There was like 2 women that was like, oh no, if you should get a job and you should pay for it yourself type thing. But everybody else was like, it should be free. Like, you just never know people's situations, right? But guys, y'all let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button. Continue to send me recommendations. That's all I have. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.